Hey everybody, just wanted to give you a shout out and say Happy New Year. 2023 is upon us. And I wanted to just give you a little update on all the things that we were able to do with your help through Thrive Ministries in 2022. It was a super successful year in my estimation, but it could have been nothing if it weren't for you and your help. So you really helped us do a lot this year. So this was the first year, of course, that I returned back into the nation since Melissa had her home going. And it was, because of that, it felt like, what's this year going to be like? Really kind of new ground in a new season. But it really was a blessing because God really did great things. We were in, I was in 9 different countries this year, training pastors and leaders. We were dozens of churches. I think there were 12 different conferences and leaders conferences that I was personally a part of. And then we were, of course, available. We also reached many more countries through our collaboration with other people, through our Zoom calls that were training leaders in different nations. We were able to help inaugurate 2 different schools, one in Bulgaria, one in Poland, training leaders in various areas there. We were working with Capstone organization this year in India. Through Capstone, continue to train leaders there using discipleship materials. Also, Capstone does great work with orphans and in a leper colony, and also through medical outreaches. So super work there. Also in that partnership with Capstone, we were able to translate discipleship materials into Swahili, which we will be using in our churches and the conferences with the networks of leaders that we work with in Kenya and in Tanzania, and hopefully in Uganda and Ethiopia as well in the future. So that's great. One of the great things we got to do this year is to support our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. I was in Poland just weeks after the invasion of Ukraine. So a lot of the people that were there, we were ministering to, were Ukrainian refugees. And so it was really a great opportunity to be able to minister to them. But we also were able to send money directly into Ukraine. Thrive Ministries sent money directly. We also worked with my local church here, Trinity Community Church, and some other people who gave from outside to send close to $20,000 in aid directly to pastors that we work with there, that I worked with there for about 6 or 7 years. So that was really a great opportunity. We also worked this year through the Melissa Movement. Many of you know the Melissa Movement is an initiative to be able to locate and equip people who are older women who have a heart of a spiritual mother, who are training younger women in marriage and in family and parenting and in the gospel. And so we are locating those people and we are equipping those people and enabling them to do that. We were able to work with people in Tanzania. One of the pastor's wives there, we are supplementing their income through Thrive Ministries, or through the Melissa Movement, actually, in a cooperation with Thrive, so that the pastor's wife there, is able to spend time discipling these Maasai women who are coming to Jesus. Just a beautiful thing that's happening there. We're also helping with the spiritual mothering of young ladies who've been rescued from sex trafficking here locally in the region, in the East Tennessee region. And we're also working with some of the young moms here in our local church here. So a lot going on through Thrive, through Melissa Movement, and through our affiliates in the nations. So I just want you to know how grateful I am for what you've been doing, your prayers, your love for me and encouragement for me, and your support financially for Thrive. I really believe that we're multiplying our efforts because we're in collaboration with these multiple ministries. I believe that we're able to multiply the effectiveness of the gifts that you give because of that. And I believe that we're really multiplying healthy leaders worldwide. And God's doing great things. He's opening great doors this year. In this 2023, already I am booked to go to Côte d'Ivoire, West Africa. I'll be in Poland probably 4 times this calendar year because there's so much going on there. So many different people the Lord is opening up for us to work with there. I will be in France. I'll be in Scotland. There's a plan to be in Tanzania as well as Kenya, probably Honduras, maybe Mexico as well, and possibly Ghana as well, and hopefully Bulgaria toward the end of the year. So all of that is in the works right now. These trips are already being planned. So thank you for your prayer support. Also wanted to tell you that I would love your prayer for me as I am writing a book on the process of grieving and the lamenting Psalms and the things that God's shown me about grief. Some of you have heard the message that I speak about grief from the lamenting Psalms and how God taught me how to process through my hurt and find a place of hope in the middle of the hurt. And so I feel like although I didn't really want to do it at first, I feel like the Lord really challenged me to do it and showed me a way that I could write this book, which would be a safe place for people. Also a real teaching from the lamenting Psalms, because God has shown us a way to deal with our grief, and it's a very important message. So I am spending time, especially the first part of this year. God opened up doors for me to be able to get a publishing contract for this book already. So I am under contract. So I have a deadline, and I am working the first 6 weeks of this year specifically on this book, and then preparing for the trips for the future. I think when we went to Poland last year, when I was in Poland, I began to understand, it was like a revelation to me that this message of lament was going to be a really important message in Thrive Ministries. And every place I've gone, every country I've gone to, I've been sharing this, and it's been very powerful. So I really ask for your prayers, because I am working toward writing this book, and I want to be able to say it in a way that presents the truths of Scripture and the beautiful gift of lament that God has given us in a way that is very practical and accessible for people, and also makes people feel safe. So if you guys could pray for that, I would appreciate it. And of course, you will get newsletters as you've been getting newsletters last year. You'll continue to get them this year. And if you know of anybody else who would love to get those newsletters, just please have them go to my website, markmedley.org, and they can sign up there, and I'll be glad to send this out. So just thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really believe God's doing a lot with what you've been giving and with the way you've been praying. So thanks for partnering together with us. God bless you.